Hello ambitious, hi guys, welcome to a brand new video. Today I will be talking all about the new TV series that premiered today. It is called Manifest. Oh my god. Also, disclaimer, I'm using my brand new camera which I bought, and I'm hoping now my videos will be more high quality, so like, you know, I'm very excited for you guys and for me to see myself in HQ. Anyways, Manifest. Okay, this show, you may have heard about this show on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, because on Twitter and on Facebook it went viral. This show, like, they released like a 9-minute sneak peek, like the first 9 minutes of episode 1, and the entire social media went crazy because it got like 20 million views. Like, it went nuts, right? And immediately I was hooked because this is so my type of TV show. Like, I love a mystery, 100%. I love a mystery. When you add in supernatural elements and like a crazy like time travel thing, like, I'm intrigued. Like, this is up my alley, 100%. Yeah. And literally I was hooked. The entire 9 minutes I was hooked on this. I was like, oh my god, this show looks really good. The whole storyline looks really interesting, and like, I love conspiracy theories and everything. So this show, pretty much, this family goes into a plane. Okay, let me just recap and give you like the basic like groundwork, and then we'll discuss later. So there's this family who are on vacation, right? And they want to save money, and 3 of them decide to go on a later flight back home. And the rest of the family decides to go on the earlier flight. So Ben, his son Cal, who has leukemia, and Ben's sister Michaela all get on the later flight. Meanwhile, his wife Grace, their daughter Olive, and then their parents, the grandparents, go on to the earlier flight. On this flight, on the later flight, there's like a lot of turbulence. Think it should be a plane shaking, like the lights go out, like all this stuff happens, which is really scary. And suddenly, it goes to like a bad like at least 10-15 seconds. And then suddenly, like, the plane's like fine, and like the pilot regains control, blah blah blah. And everything seems normal, like it's all cool, whatever. And then the pilot gets in contact with like the airport that they're landing at. I think it's JFK or something. And he's like, oh, this is M280 or whatever the flight name is. Do you copy, or whatever they say? And the guy on the other end is like really confused, like, can you repeat that? And like the pilot's he's asking for like the manifest, like, can you repeat that? Can you give us the manifest, how many passengers are on your plane? And this pilot's like, what? Like, this makes no sense to him. So then they ask the pilot to actually redirect the plane to somewhere else. They don't know why. So anyways, the plane lands, and then Ben and Michaela and the son like see all these cops outside, all these police sirens and like everything, like all these police officials outside the plane. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, they have to get off the plane on the tarmac. Like, what is going on right now? So they get off the plane, and obviously there are so many questions. And then the detective police guy, he tells them their plane left on, what day was it? It left on April 3rd or April 23rd or April 2013, right? They arrived now, it's November 4th, 2018. Oh my god, right. So this plane took off on April 3rd or April in 2013. But this plane is landing now in 2018. So this plane has literally been missing for 5.5 years. Like, what the hell? Like, immediately when that like plot twist was like revealed in the sneak peek, I was like, holy effing shit, this is crazy. And like, I had chills. I was like, oh my god, because I find this so interesting. And and in real life this could also maybe not apply, but like, that Malaysian flight that suddenly disappeared without a trace. Like, think about it. Time travel? There was no evidence whatsoever. Like, there was not a trace of this flight. How can this flight disappear? Anyways, that's a whole nother video. But, so this plane's disappeared 5.5 years, and they've come off the plane 5.5 years later without aging, nothing, exactly how they were 5 years ago. Like, how the hell is that possible? Oh my god. So obviously I was hooked from that thing, and I was like, holy shit. And then it goes to 36 hours later, and like the families all come to see them. And okay, I forgot to tell you guys, the daughter, Ben's kids, Olive and Cal, they're actually twins. So obviously 5 years later, Olive is a teenager and Cal's still a kid, and like it's like a whole thing, like, oh my god, like a bit of a shock. Michaela and Ben's mum, the grandparents, the mum got sick and like actually passed away. And like Michaela's boyfriend and fiance obviously got remarried to her best friend, by the way. Like, what the fuck? Oh, the drama. But, so, obviously there's this, everyone's asking questions, like, how, there's no evidence, like, what the hell even happened? Like, no one knows what happened, and, like, obviously and there were other survivors as well, obviously, they all survived. We're obviously going to learn all about the other survivors' stories as well, like, this is only a part of it. But you find out that Michaela starts hearing a voice in her head, and it's her own voice, but it's warning her, telling her things. So, for example, there was one instance when she's on the bus, and there's this voice telling her to slow down, like, slow down. And she just, like, thought it was, like, some random, like, thing, like, you know, oh, okay, you know, whatever. But then this voice gets, like, more persistent and more louder, and then she, like, tells the bus driver to slow down, like, yell, slow down. So the bus driver slows down, and lucky he did, because if he didn't, he would have hit the kid, this little kid that ran across the road to get his ball. So, like, supernatural abilities, like something's happening to these people, and then you find out that Ben's also having like the same. He's having voices in his head as well, and I think there are visions involved as well, and like it's just what the hell's going on. And we find there's this girl, her name is Sanvi, and I love her. Oh my god, we stand her so hard, right? She is a graduate student and medical researcher. Sanvi's research was about cellular regeneration, and so she submitted this research paper on the plane before like her laptop crashed and everything. And then when she gets, obviously 5 years later, her research has actually become like a big thing and has actually saved so many lives, including Cal, Ben's son. So like somehow, and that's one of the most interesting storylines, to be honest, how this, so the mystery is just so good because everything's kind of connected, right? Obviously there's a reason like this is all happening, okay? And what does her research, like there was a reason why they had to be on this plane and why they time jumped, like there is a reason why. I just find the connection between Sanvi and Cal really interesting because like they smiled at each other at the end. So what happened was, okay, I'm rambling, but I apologize. But when they brought Cal in to test his cells and stuff when I got back, there was actually this cure that could help him and heal him and make him better, which was actually Sanvi's cellular regeneration thing. And initially, the board of the medical peoples, whatever, didn't want to actually put Cal in this trial because he was on a plane and like who knows what could affect the results, blah 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 blah. But Sanvi fought for him. I was like, no, like this is not fair. And I feel like there's a connection between Sanvi and Cal. Like there's a thing happening. Like I don't know what it is, but it's so interesting. And obviously each passenger is experiencing supernatural unique abilities because can they all? So we know that Ben and Michaela can hear voices. Like, can they all hear voices though? Michaela did save the abducted kids that her ex-fiance was working on, that Casey was working on. Like, there's a reason why this is happening. And the whole story is just so interesting and so intriguing. I will admit the pilot wasn't the best ever, but like, it was enough to keep me intrigued. And like, I'm the type of person who won't really judge a TV show based on one episode. Like, I'll give it like a fair few goes. Like, I'll give it like at least 4 to 5 episodes. And I feel like I'm going to stick with this because it's so interesting. And I liked how everything connected to 828, like Flight 828. Like the Bible verse was 828. The guy's house was the address was 828 where the girls were being held captive. Like, it all links up. And then at the end of the episode, all the passengers get I'm assuming it's a vision of the plane. So they go to the plane, and then the plane explodes. And then the final line is, whatever brought us here didn't want to be investigated. Whatever force brought us all together didn't want to be investigated. So, like, who the hell knows what's going on? Like, I don't know, like, I just don't want this show to fall into the trap of, like, you know, crime of the week. Because, like, I don't want it to be like, you know, they solve crimes every week or whatever. Like, I want it to be an actual good show with a good storyline that doesn't, like, distance itself from, like, what it's meant to be. Does that make sense? Overall, I really did enjoy it. And then there was a plot twist that Ben's wife is actually seeing someone else, but she's too scared to tell Ben at the moment, which I get it, because, like, it's been 5 years, like, she's moved on. But, like, it's intriguing to see why she's hiding. I don't know, it's just, I've got so many questions, man. I have so many questions right now. I don't know. But I feel like it's too early to judge the show straight off the bat. Like, at least give it a chance to explore its roots and, like, explore its characters. Because one episode's not enough. Like, you have to give it a fair go. And I'm all for it. Like, I'm intrigued already. Like, if the first episode intrigues me, I'll usually keep going. But I don't want the storyline to drag out and lose focus. If you guys have checked out Manifest, so let me know your comments and your theories about what the hell is going to happen to these people, what's going on, what are their powers, like, what does this all mean? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you want me to continue doing this series reviews, because I think Embassy blocks the reactions, so, like, let me know if you want me to just continue doing reviews every week. And, yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Ciao for now. Bye, guys!